Hey, thank you all very much for clicking on the video. My name is Rohit. I welcome you to grammarfit.com, English Made Easy. I'm sure you're all having a good time in learning English. And today we are going to discuss a new lesson. So, present continuous tense. It's a beautiful, beautiful tense to talk about what's happening in our life. And I'm sure we are going to have a good time and we are going to learn. Let's quickly go to the lesson. So, like I mentioned in my last lesson, the type of persons they play a very important role when it comes to creating or making sentence in future, in past, or present. So let's quickly take a look. We have first person I, second person you, and my favorite third person he, she, it. And we have plural we, you, they. So let's take a look. So when we create a simple sentence in present continuous, so we need to remember we have a helping verb which play a very important role, which is MR. So first you have a subject followed by the helping verb is MR, then verb plus ing. Please remember verb plus ing, and then you have your object. We'll quickly take a look. I is followed by M always in continuous tense. Then you, they, and we are followed by are helping verb. And my favorite he, she, it singular is followed by is. So let's quickly take a look. I am going to school. You are running in the park. They are running in the park. We are running in the park. He is going to party. She is going to party. It is going to rain. So this is a simple sentence. Then we have a negative sentence. The formula is you have a subject followed by a helping verb and note verb plus ing object. As you know, I is followed by am. So I am not going to club. We are not going to club. He is not going to club. We have interrogative sentence. You start your sentence with your helping verb followed by the subject verb plus ing object. So am I going to school? Maybe. I don't know. I don't like school. So maybe I'm not going. Are you, they, we going to school? Maybe. They are bookworms, so they love to go to school. Is she going to school? No, she's not going to school. She's going on a date with me. I'm just kidding. Then we have interrogative negative sentence. You have your helping verbs, subject, not, verb, sorry about that, plus ing, then your object. Am I not going to school? Are you not going to school? Are they not going to park? Are we not going to play cricket today? Is she not going to school? Is he going, or maybe is he not going to buy a new bike? We don't know. So this is how you create your interrogative negative sentence. Now let's discuss how and why we actually create or use continued sentence. Let's quickly take a look. First of all, number one, for something that is happening at the moment of speaking. Right now, I am creating this useful videos for the students or anyone who's interested in learning present continuous tense. We can take more examples. I am just leaving work. I'll be home in an hour. So what's happening at the moment? He is leaving work. Please be quiet. The children are sleeping. So your teacher says, be quiet. Your friend is sleeping in the class. It happens. So while talking at the moment, the children are sleeping. Do not phone me over and over again. I'm studying right now. So let's say your friends are calling you up they're asking you to go to play cricket, and you say, "Do not call me right now. I am studying. I have a test tomorrow, English test. I am trying to phone my mother." Your friend says, "What are you doing? Why are you not studying?" And you say, "Oh, I need to speak to my mother, and I'm trying to call her. My brother is sleeping downstairs." So these things are happening at the moment of speaking. That's the first use. Second, for something which is happening before and after a given time. So let's say at 8 o'clock, we are usually having breakfast. So it says, what do you normally do at the particular time? Let's say if I can give you one more example. It says when I get home, the children are doing their homework. So that means every day I go to office, I come back around 6 o'clock, I reach home about 6:10, and as soon as I enter, what I see, my children are doing their homework every day, right? Next example, when I reach home in the evening, my father is watching TV. So I go to office, I reach in the evening. As soon as I enter, I go to the room, I see my father, I can see that he is watching TV. Every Monday, we are normally planning our week. So Saturday and Sunday, I have a day off, I relax, chill out. On Monday, Monday blues, I have a long face, I have to go to office. But when I go there, everyone gathers around and we are normally planning our week. Every day in the evening, we are having tea. So I'm retired. I'm having a good time. I'm done working. So what do? I sit in the evening, every day in the evening. I'm having tea with my sweet and loving wife. So you use present continuous tense when something is happening before and after a given time. Let's go to the third. For something which we think is temporary. Uh, so let's say John is at university. He's studying history. So that means he could be studying for 2 years, maybe a year, a few days, a few months, but this is temporarily. So that means he is not going to study there forever. The situation will change. Okay. Then you have I am working in London. Okay. For the next 2 weeks. So you are in London right now and you are working there for next 2 weeks. That's a temporarily time, right? I'm not going to work there forever. I am going to work there for only 2 weeks. And that's it. Right here. I'm sorry, my stylus is not working, so you can just follow it. I'm going to live with my mother for next 2 months, so that's a temporary situation. Let's say my mother needs my help, and maybe she's feeling alone, and she wants me to visit her and live there, let's say for 2 months. And I'm like, okay, and I will do it for you. So that's a temporary situation because I have a home, I live with my family, but I decide to live with my mother for next 2 months. He's going to Germany to learn German for 3 months. So he loves German. He wants to learn. He decides to go to Germany to learn. And but he's going there for 3 months. So that's a temporarily situation. I'm helping my grandfather, sorry, for next 1 week at the farm. I don't like living at the farm, but my grandfather needs my help, so I'm gonna go there and help him for a week. So remember, the situation is temporarily. I can give you one more example. I am learning German. That's a temporary situation, right? I am living with my girlfriend for next 2 weeks because my room is occupied by my friends. Temporarily, after like 1 or 2 weeks, I'll be back. Then we have for something which is new and contrast with the previous state. So that means something which used to happen doesn't happen anymore. Something else happens. For example, these days, most people are using email instead of writing letters. So, I don't know, about 20, 30 years ago, people had no emails, no internet. So, they used to write letters to each other. But situation has been changed, right? It's a new technology. Now we send emails instead of sending letters. What sort of clothes are teenagers wearing nowadays? What sort of music are they listening to? So, let's you meet your grandmother. She says, I don't like your clothes. I don't like the music that you listen. So now it's a contrast. They used to listen to the soft music. Now we have pop and rock. So it's a contrast between the old music and the new music. So it's a new type of music that you listen. So to show new things on the contrast with the previous state, you use present continuous tense. Then we have for something which happens again and again. So let's say you have a brother, he is always crying for money. You have a girlfriend you have a girlfriend who's crying for your attention all the time. She's always crying. So it's always raining in London. If someone who's been to London knows it rains all the time. So you use always or you use I'm sorry about this right here constantly to talk about something which happens over and over again. They are always arguing. George is great. He's always laughing. He's a nice man. My brother is constantly playing video games. So you can use present continuous tense to talk about something which happens again and again, and you should use always or constantly. Then we have sixth option. We use the present continuous tense to talk about the future. Guys, this is very important. I think we all should know it. I'm sure some of you know it, but some of don't. So let's figure out. Anna is my girlfriend. Let's take a look. And she's going to a new school next term. So she's been with me in this school for, let's say, 5 years. Now we're gonna get apart, and she has decided and to go to a new school. So we use present continuous tense to talk about future when things are pre-decided. So that means she knows, I know, she has already taken the admission, and it's already decided, it's planned that she is going to a new school next term. So remember, the things are decided beforehand. What are you doing next week? I say, I'm going to the party. So it's not a sudden decision that I'm going to the party, right? It has been decided that yes, I'm going to the party. When you ask me what are you doing, I'm like, I'm going to the party. It's a planned thing. I'm visiting my grandmother next month. So let's say, okay, John, do you want to go to the party or do you want to go to the park next month? And you're like, sorry, bro, I can't do that because I'm visiting my grandmother next month. Because the plan has been made, it's already planned. We are going to buy a new car this Sunday. It's not a sudden decision. My father has got some money, and last week we were sitting together and he asked everyone, and we decided to buy a new car. So if you ask me today, I would say I'm going to buy a new car because it has been decided. He's buying a new house next year. That's a plan. It has been decided. He has the money and he's buying it. We can use a present continuous tense to talk about the past. Now, this is the tricky one. I'm sure not most of you know it, but this happens, especially with the stories. You're talking about a story from a book, a film, or a play. Then you actually use that right here. So if you take a look at this example, I would request you to pay your extra attention. The year in is, I'm sorry, that's the year. The year is 1066. We are talking about the past, but if you pay attention, I'm using present simple tense right here. The year is 1066. In medieval England, people are wondering that the king, Harold, is not strong enough to fight off a Norman invasion. So we use present simple and present continuous to talk about the past incidents or the stories to actually create the drama, to show people, to actually get them interested. This is how you use it. Or let's say I can say it. Last year, I was with my friend. On Sunday, we decide to go to the park. He asked me to bring my skates. I decide to go back home to bring it. As soon as I enter, I see that my sister is watching TV and she's crying. I am scared. I ask her what is wrong, and she says she's crying because she's watching a sad drama. So I hope you see that. I'm talking about the incident which took place last year, but I'm using present simple and present continuous to explain and to show you the intensity of the entire incident. So it looks that it's happening right in front of your eyes. So that is very important. So you can use present continuous tense to talk about the past. That's very important. I would thank you everyone for watching it. I'm sure that we have learned something new today. And if you have a comment, if you like the video, click on it. If you don't like it, please comment. If you feel that there is a room for improvement, let me know. I'll try to do that in the next video. I would request you to please, underneath your video, if you take a look, you will find it says Rohit Mehta. I'm sorry about that. Do you see this red thing right here? Can you see that? Oh, sorry about that. My stylus is not working. So I'm trying to use my hand instead. Click right here on subscribe so that every time I upload a new video, a new lesson, you are informed by the system. So you can, without any delay, you can go to my channel, you can watch the new lesson and learn. And after clicking on subscribe, it'll look like that. It says subscribe. Then don't forget to click on this bell so that you have the notification that yes, our new lesson is ready. Please go on, start watching, start learning. I would thank you for your time. I would wish you luck, and I'll see you the next time.